Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. You guys are looking at a absolutely gorgeous and stunning 1999 Toyota Landcruiser. This truck literally looks and drives like it has 20,000 miles. It's absolutely gorgeous, fully serviced and documented since day one of ownership. This is a true one-owner truck, flawless Carfax report, clean and clear history, no accidents, all original, and absolutely beautiful. Now, full disclosure, Carfax will show this as a two-owner, only because the original and only owner lived in New Mexico. And when they transferred to Virginia, they had to get a Virginia title. And Carfax does not distinguish what names are on a title, just if a title has been issued. Therefore, anytime a title is issued, Carfax doesn't get personal information, so they just think it's a new owner. This has been owned by the same couple since day one of ownership, and it is absolutely beautiful. All the panels are 100% original factory Toyota panels. They've never been replaced. Full documented history of all the services. As we did a walk around of this truck in 4K, we'll do some close-ups. Believe it or not, this truck has 222,000 miles and truly looks like a 20,000 mile truck. Now, with that said, that's a combination of the previous and only owner taking perfect care of it. We also performed some work here, and we'll go over that here in a moment. You will not find another Landcruiser or Lexus LX series this clean, this nice. Has been absolutely garage kept since day one. We are shooting this in 4K, so if you have the ability to view it in 4K, please do so. Nice Michelin tires all the way around. So before we get too much into the exterior, I'll let you know what we did here on this truck. So when we got it in, it was already in absolutely phenomenal condition cosmetically. However, the front bumper did show its fair share of typical rock chips. So we removed the bumper off of it. We have pictures on our website of all the work performed at davisautosports.com. Stripped the bumper completely down, repainted it, cleared it, and reinstalled it. Also, the side trim going down each side, it's just a known thing with Toyotas and Lexuses. We have the identical truck right there in the Lexus that we just sold last week from Florida, and we did the same services on that truck with the bumper and side trim. Something about their lack of prep on some of the plastic pieces, but the paint has a tendency to sort of just fade and get a little bit dull. So all three of the side trim pieces on the side, including the one on the rear quarter, completely remove those. Actually, we got a little fifth guy right there. Removed those, stripped them down, repainted them, cleared them, and reinstalled them. That way it's just absolutely beautiful. And to top everything off, same thing with the rear bumper. Removed it, completely refinished it, and obviously reinstalled it. Same thing goes here with the side trim, and we'll do some close-ups here in a moment. Everything's beautiful, color chromatic. I mean, look at this thing. It's just truly, truly stunning. Now, in addition to that, we did a full paint correction service on this as well. So if you're unfamiliar with that, every single panel on this truck that has paint on it was wet sanded down with different grits of sandpaper, whether it was 3000 grit, 2500 grit, etc., and then followed up with multiple different high-speed buffers, compound polishes, and the end result is beautiful, high gloss, super smooth paint, and that's done to every single panel on this truck. And this thing is just in beautiful condition. We love nothing more here at Davis Autosports than finding a truck like this that's in beautiful condition and then adding our abilities to make it that much nicer. And just keep in mind, guys, 222,000 miles, and this thing truly shows like a newer truck. Lug nuts in great condition, center caps, these are all small little things to look for on these 275, 70, 16 Michelin tires all the way around. Rocker panels are perfect. This thing was in rust-free New Mexico its entire life pretty much. Just recently came to Virginia, and I mean, this truck really shows like a 20,000 mile truck. It is beautiful. This is original paint on the original hood, and look how nice it is. It did have a nice hood protector up front, but we removed it just to show you everything. We're gonna leave it off because it had some sun fade and stuff like that, but as you see, it did its job. Original paint, original hood. Obviously the paint on the bumper is beautiful and brand new because it is. Now the sun is blaring down on this side, so it's giving it a little funky color, but you'll see with that paint correction, a lot of paints in the sun, you'll see a ton of swirl marks, and part of that paint correction is we're sanding a very thin layer of clear coat off of it, and the existing new to the surface layer is dull due to the fact that it was sanded. It's the top layer for the first time, so with multiple steps of high-speed buffers, different pads, different chemicals and polishes and compounds, your net result is what you see there. Just beautiful paint. Now, another full disclosure, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but we ordered 2 center caps for this. We actually stole these off of the Lexus behind me. So we have 2 brand new center caps coming. These actually are Lexus center caps. But once again, take a look at that trim, all freshly painted, done correctly. I mean, look at that paint with the sun just shining right on it. Beautiful reflection. One thing that you can't see on video is just how smooth the paint is after our paint correction. Side steps in beautiful condition. All the trim around all the windows, very clean. No dry rotting. Top roof rack, very clean as well. No issues there whatsoever. All 4 of the wheels are in great condition. Good Michelin tires all the way around. The undercarriage of this thing is incredible. We have a lot of pictures on our website as well. Tail lights, no issues whatsoever. I mean, this thing is just super clean. Freshly painted bumper. And like I mentioned, everything that we paint here at Davis Autosports comes off of the vehicle. We'll have pictures of the bumper and everything off. That way we're able to really get into all the different areas with sanding it all down and covering it perfectly with paint, no tape lines, all that sort of stuff. So take a lot of pride in the way we approach our fit and finish here with the paint and body. But as you guys see, I mean, for this thing to have 220,000 miles, it is absolutely superb looking. Inside is equally impressive, very clean, non-smoker. Cigarette lighter has never been used. Look at the entire bottom of the door. It is truly perfect. Bottom of the rockers, perfect. Top of the steering wheel is perfect. For the whole steering wheel for that matter, very clean. No dash cracks of any sort. All the controls, extremely clean. And praise to this owner that took just beautiful care of this thing. Cigarette lighter's never been used. Both keys. Armrests, as you see, spotless. Center console, spotless. Look at this seat right here. We actually replaced the leather in the seats of that Lexus over there, and it had 100,000 miles on it. This is the original leather in beautiful condition. Have very slight wear right there, but very minimal. That is not covering up any dirt. It's just so I don't get it dirty stepping in and out. There's our custom Calvary blue XJ coming in from a video. All those lines in the carpet, that's not stains, that's just the way the carpet is going to give its effect, if you will, with the way it's been rubbed last. Very clean carpet. Once again, look at this seat. So these seats have no dye. They haven't been sprayed, and if you're unfamiliar with dye, a lot of dealers, what they do it themselves, or they'll get a company to come by. When a seat has a lot of wear, they'll actually spray dye, which will look good in pictures, and then your first time that you wipe it with any cleaning solution or you rub it, get it in and out with your clothes, it eventually comes off. So it looks good for about a week or two, long enough to sell you the truck. We don't do that here. We replace leather if we have to. So these seats have not been dyed, so you're looking at an original seat. Very, very clean, great condition. Once again, bottom of the doors look all the way down. There's not one speck of rust starting, which is a common problem on these trucks. Rocker panel's perfect, door jam's perfect. Another common area for these things, the rust all throughout here, no issues whatsoever. These also get very funky back in here with rust, and as you see, perfect. Bottom of the doors. These are all things to look for when buying these. So check out this second row seating. Beautiful condition all the way around. We'll give you a quick wide view. Let me just look at the seat belts, are even spotless. Headrests are in great condition. It's very hard to find these trucks this clean. Floor mats, very, very clean. Carpets underneath, throughout, completely spotless. Our reconditioning department here, we even remove the caps off of the seats on the bottom, clean behind those, reinstall those, get everything nice and clean for you guys. But this thing came in beautiful condition. Check out the headliner, very clean, no issues whatsoever. For those that don't know, those inserts are supposed to be like that in these. This thing is literally as new as you're going to get for one of these trucks. Once again, no staining. It's just how that carpet is last rubbed to give it that look. Back of the seats, flawless. You good? No, I'm good. I'll photograph this tomorrow probably. Okay, bud. Once again, all four doors spotless. Rockers, dog legs. The thing with these trucks, what you really want to look for is service history and lack of rust and condition, because I'm sure if all you guys that are looking at this know that these trucks, if taken care of and rust free, will go 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 miles. That's why the demand for these are so high. They absolutely last forever. Once again, seats are super clean. All the hardware on the seats. I'm going to fold this seat down. When you come here, usually if there's been a lot of children in a vehicle, you get all sorts of funkiness up in there, which obviously there's nothing there now, but there was nothing there before that either. This thing has been, as I've been repeating myself over and over, just extremely well cared for. But it is a beautiful, beautiful example. You do not find them like this. We have to pass on so many of these things. Common spot on these trucks to get really funky. Not necessarily through here, but it does happen. But in this region right here, they get all sorts of funky rust all up in here. As you see, not the case. And same thing here. They're prone to get all sorts of rust throughout there as well. Not a speck. There's absolutely no reason with the service history that this truck has, how well it's been cared for by the one and only owner, that this thing can't easily last another 200,000 or 300,000 miles. And the condition is just beautiful. It's one thing if it was well serviced, because we come across trucks that have been well serviced, but you know, the owner wasn't, you know, they're a little messy, a little dirty, a little funky. This owner obviously loved this truck and took phenomenal care of it. No degreaser, no tire shine, just a naturally clean engine. Timing belt sticker. This thing just purrs as well. All right, we will take this thing on a quick test drive. I mean, there's literally nothing on the exterior of this truck to nitpick on. I also want to mention, I mean, you guys have seen 99% of this truck, and you see that is a absolutely gorgeous truck. Also note the diff lock. As nice as this truck is, and man is it nice, please realize, both keys as well, that you're buying a pre-owned vehicle. So and I say that only because you got to expect some level of minor wear that maybe wasn't not on purpose brought to your attention, but you guys see how nice this thing is. Believe it or not, there's some people, maybe if there was like a little cut right here, well, you know, the dash had a, you know, so there's those people. All of the power components, from power windows, locks, everything have been fully tested, work exactly as they should, mirrors, everything. Engine's very smooth, driveline, transmission. I mean, it's incredible just how clean the steering wheel is. Most steering wheels, because at the end of the day, it does have 220,000 miles, and it's a lot of driving, whether it's all highway or not. A lot of time spent in this seat, and all the soft touch areas that typically, even in a good condition car, that show wear, it's really no wear. And even on a steering wheel that may not be gumped up, it still has a little bit of stickiness to it or something like that, and it's not the case whatsoever. Sometimes you'll get some of the common buttons that are touched, whether it's a volume or a seek, it'll start to wear out a little bit of the white part, and it's just, there's really none of that. Let me roll up these back windows here. Same thing with the shifter. The shifters will get worn out. As I showed you earlier, the center console where you rest your arm, those typically get worn out. And these trucks just drive so smooth as well. Driving into the sun right now, so just excuse the glare. And also that light that's blinking is just a seatbelt indicator, as I don't have it on. Let's go ahead and get that on and show you that that will come off. This thing drives so good. I'm driving with one knee right now. Seatbelt on, indicator off. Go ahead and turn that heat off. It is working too good. That noise you're hearing is just the rear seat that is against the front seat, the leather on leather. Plenty of power. Alright guys, so there you go. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us at 855-955-3377. Also, if you're viewing this on YouTube, this is not our full advertisement. We only use YouTube to host our video. Therefore, not all of our information is going to be on this video as far as price, VIN number, all that sort of stuff. You can go to our website, which is davisautosports.com. We'll put a link in the description below for that. Also, make sure to check out the date on this video before giving us a call. We're in the second week of December of 21, so much beyond January, this truck is most likely going to be sold. We do leave our videos up just to show people our previous inventory, so hope you guys enjoy. Once again, 855-955-3377. Thank you.